What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised. With all the civil unrest that has been going on all over the USA, we wanted to talk about a very touchy subject. Racism has been a part of the modern-day society for way too long, and it's probably time that we put an end to it once and for all. We know how George Floyd lost his life when a group of racist cops choked him to death. Since that fateful day, the African American community has been stating their discontent by protesting on the streets. We completely understand their unrest. And if you thought that racism does not exist in America, here's proof that even modern-day actors are racist. So, let's see the racist posts that landed actors in serious trouble. Let's go. Number 10. Chelsea Handler. We all know she doesn't really care. She even has a 4-part documentary series on Netflix where she talks about extremely controversial topics. And she even has a book titled Uganda Be Kidding Me. And guess how she decided to promote it? After the movie 12 Years a Slave won an Oscar for Best Picture, she tweeted, "Congratulations, hashtag 12 Years a Slave. Go to Africa or buy hashtag Uganda Be Kidding Me, hashtag Ahead of the Curve, hashtag Oscars." And then, when Lupita Nyong'o won an Oscar, she even tweeted, hashtag Angelina Jolie just filed adoption papers, hashtag Lupita Nyong'o, hashtag Oscars, at Chelsea Handler. All of this got her a lot of heat from social media fans, but she didn't really care. All of this was after she was charged with running the Twitter account of the Huffington Post. Many fans lashed out at the media outlet, but they just said that those are her points of view, and the Huffington Post doesn't share any of them. Number 9. Roseanne Barr. Although many know her from the show Roseanne, which ran from 1988 until 1997. However, when she actually started her new show in 2018, it had a very short-lived life. And it was all thanks to Roseanne herself. ABC canceled her show not only because she is a controversial character, but also because her Twitter account is filled with racist posts. I mean, the woman linked Barack Obama's advisor Valerie Jarrett to a freaking ape. And that's not all. Her Twitter account is filled with posts about vaccine conspiracy theories, she believes 9/11 was an insider job, and she even went as far as to say that Israel is a Nazi state. All of this led her fans to start doubting her on-screen character, who's loving and knows what to say. We can't say we weren't expecting this. Number 8. Shia LaBeouf. Just as he was about to shoot his new movie, The Peanut Butter Falcon, in 2017, the famous actor was arrested on July 2017 in his hotel room. He began shouting and yelling at the police officer who was just doing their job. He began saying that he's an American citizen and that he's got rights. But he was guilty and he was taken into custody. After all the cursing and the racist statements towards the African American police officers, Shia LaBeouf apologized in his interviews. He says that he was just making a fool of himself in front of the camera and he was being egotistic and desperate, trying to show to the world that he's actually entitled and a spoiled brat. Even though he's apologized and admits he was wrong, fans were pretty angry with his behavior. If you liked our first 3 picks, make sure you smash that like button. Nay, destroy that like button. It helps us out a lot. Number 7. Miley Cyrus. Man, this story sure goes back. Well, that wrecking ball wasn't the only thing Miley wrecked in her career. Years earlier, back in 2009, she posted a picture of her and her friends pulling at the corners of their eyes and squinting them. It seems like she was trying to make fun of someone she wasn't planning to. When she first got confronted about it in an interview, Miley just said that she and a bunch of her friends were just being goofy, and they posed for a silly picture. There's nothing newsworthy about that. She even stated that she was not trying to offend anyone. But all of this became more serious when the OCA considered the behavior of this 16-year-old pop star unacceptable. They even said that this was a terrible example of her promoting bullying of Asian children. After her Asian fan base began declining, Miley immediately apologized on social media, and where she stated that she was aware how hurtful that photo was, and even stated that the photo was unintentional. Needless to say, she accepts her mistakes. In the future, she will try to learn from them. Number 6. Mel Gibson. Braveheart, Lethal Weapon, Hacksaw Ridge, and tons of other movies are associated with this famous 80s and 90s actor. But his career started going down the drain when he began his racist and homophobic rants during interviews. When he was arrested for drunk driving, it was nothing new. What made headlines was his actual anti-Semitic rant. While he was being put in the police car, he started cursing at the Jews and saying that they are actually responsible for all of the wars in the world. After all of this, he began apologizing, and he even met with many Jewish leaders and he apologized to them as well. But if you thought he was safe, this guy did it again. His racist tapes and his death threats to his girlfriend put him on the hatred map once again. Not to mention, treating all of his interviewers like trash didn't really help his case. Hollywood wanted nothing to do with him until 2016 when Hacksaw Ridge appeared. Number 5. Kelly Osbourne. She is a singer, songwriter, actor, and a media personality. Even though she wanted to criticize Donald Trump and all of his racial statements, but then her statement backfired on her. Why? Well, because she basically said that if Donald Trump were to ban all of the Mexicans from the USA, who would be cleaning all of his toilets? Calling all Mexicans toilet cleaners didn't sit pretty with the hosts and the fans. She immediately started apologizing, and she said she wanted to say was completely different from what actually came out. Even though she even took her apologies to social media and in interviews, Twitter fans immediately began talking about her poor choice of words. There was a barrage of tweets, and all of them were attacking Kelly. One fan tweeted, "This Kelly Osbourne thing is an example of how liberal racism feels superior to right-wing racism, but is still just regular old racism." Number 4. Liam Neeson. When a close friend of his was assaulted by a black person, Liam walked around African-American neighborhoods with a gun in his hand, just waiting for someone to pick a fight with him. He was so enraged the person was actually black. He just wanted justice. Fans began tearing apart his argument online, and major media outlets picked up on this. Even though this happened years ago, the fact that he admitted to doing such a thing made fans lose it. They wanted an answer from him, and sure enough, Liam didn't back down. He immediately apologized for hurting people's feelings with his statements, and he's sorry if he offended anyone. He understands that African Americans were extremely offended, but Liam said, "I'm not racist." He then added that he would feel the same way no matter what kind of person attacked his friend. He would have had the exact same feelings. Number 3. Hartley Sawyer. Guess he wasn't the only investigator out there. His fans kind of surprised him too. He joined the Arrow cast back in Season 4, where he played private investigator Ralph Dibny. And thanks to many of his previous tweets that have recently surfaced online, Hartley has managed to get himself fired from the show. And you might think, but hey, we all have some weird things we said in the past, give the guy a break. But did you know that this man actually had tons of tweets about misogyny, wife-beating, sexist, and even racist posts? Having quite the rich gallery of posts didn't help his case, and he was instantly fired from the show. Number 2. Chase Stokes. The star from the new show on Netflix, Outer Banks, got into some really heavy blows from his fans when past Twitter posts resurfaced. And mind you, they were filled with homophobic, misogynistic, and racist language. And he didn't even apologize properly. He just said he is sorry about everything, but he couldn't stop saying that his Twitter account was hacked. Some of his fans called this a half-hearted apology, and many of them called him on the BS. When Chase said that he had his account hacked once again, one of his followers asked him, "Did you get hacked and they mass deleted your tweets, or you?" This was because Chase finally deleted his old tweets and he's turning a new leaf. Number 1. Donald Trump. How could we not include the POTUS in this freaking list? He's not an actor, but he might as well be. And all of his racial statements and interviews, not to mention all of the weird and egotistical things he posts on Twitter, are way too numerous to mention here. But one of the most memorable racial rants that Trump went on was during his campaign when he actually called Mexicans rapists, after saying that they're bringing drugs and crime to the US. Sir, we mean no disrespect, but saying that only some of them are good people is nothing short of racist. And on that note, we end this video. But hey, do you know any other actors that landed themselves in a pretty tough situation due to their racist comments? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.